Hi, welcome to LBR Shares Success. I'm Nancy Martinez. I'll be your co-host today with Sandy Schreck. I am the Director of Marketing and the Independent Retail Florist channel here at Limbush Roses, and excited to have you here. LBR Shares Success is really an opportunity for our customers to collaborate and share things that are going on successfully in their business with other florists. So we're super excited. In a second, I'll introduce our guest today. If you want to look back at any previous webinars, just contact your salesperson. We have a link that can go right to our YouTube playlist. And there's a whole slew of them with a lot of really good ideas from former guests. I'm gonna be in charge of the chat room today. So if you have anything you want to ask myself, Sandy, or Laura, please use the chat function and we'll make sure that we get your questions answered. So with that, from Stacy's Nursery and Floral, Wilmer, Minnesota, I have Laura Miller. Welcome, Laura.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And to start, Laura, maybe can you just give everybody just a little background on why you're doing what you're doing today and how you got to where you are?
Where we are, sure.
Yeah.
So we started essentially we started as a landscape business, and then we turned into a garden center, and then our retail store really kind of picked up. And then about 9 years ago, we started our flower shop, our floral department. So I feel like they all kind of play off each other. We also have irrigation too, but they all just kind of work together. And we just saw a need for it in our town, so we took a leap of faith and we did it, and it's worked out so far.
That's awesome. And who is Stacy of Stacy's Nursery?
So Stacy is my uncle.
Okay.
Yeah, so he is pretty much retired, but he still comes in and gives us his wisdom, and I'm actually in his office right now.
Cool.
Because
there's a picture behind you. Is that?
Yeah, so this up here, up there, that picture, that is in the old location. So that was in the paper, I think in 1983.
Oh, wow.
And that's his daughter Angela, who's my cousin, and then her cousin Corey, who is our landscape architect.
All in the business.
Yep, we're all work here. So I just wasn't born yet for the picture. We're all old.
So you were the youngest one then.
Yeah.
And I've seen you and Angie on Facebook, so now I know who the younger one is.
Yes, they get it mixed up, and I'm like, what the? I'm 7 years younger. That's such a compliment to her.
Yeah, well, it is. That's awesome. All righty. So with that, Sandy, our education coordinator, also hosting today. I'll tee it up to you, Sandy.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to LBR Shares Success. We're really excited. This program's been a great opportunity to really kind of see inside some of your local peer businesses and see what they're doing successfully. But just as we kind of going back to Laura, one of the things that she also said that just right now, part of her story is really trying to get that work-life balance. So why don't you talk a little bit about that, Laura, what you've got happening there, kind of how you balance things out.
Yeah. So as everyone knows, this business is super seasonal. There's definitely times where it's feast or famine, kind of, really. So, and I have 2 young kids. I have a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old. So that's trying to keep, being a good mother and wife. My husband works here too. So I just like to say it takes a village, and I'm very grateful for my in-laws and my mother and everyone. And we have a great staff here. We've really gotten a really good staff that we can trust. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. But it's just kind of like, when it's gonna be busy, and you get through it, and then you can be a good mom in January.
I'm sure you're a good mom all the time.
Yes, I am.
You're just more present sometimes
Yeah,
than others,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
No, but yeah, I mean, it is like you said, it gets crazy, and I'm telling you right now, with the 5 inches of snow that fell yesterday, where we had, winter, then we had a little fall, and then we have winter again, and then I think I heard today it's going to go back to 60 again at some point, but
I'll take
Yeah,
we're
I'll
kind of
take it.
going really holiday green season.
it. Mhm.
And so why don't you tell us about right now, you've got a lot of sales, or not sales, but a lot of business coming from the winter greens sales. So let's talk about your approaches there.
Yeah, so our focus right now, obviously, there's always like the funerals are always come and go, obviously. But I would say our retail store is really what is the busiest right now. It's the spruce top pots, the evergreens, all the outdoor winter greens, we're calling them, right?
Yeah.
So all those things, that's kind of what's driving sales right now.
Okay, you guys, you know what?
What?
We have to start over. I didn't broadcast.
I was wondering.
Okay,
So no one saw it?
hang on. We're just going to start right over. Sorry. It's recording.
Cut that part out.
Okay. All right. I did not push one button. Thanks for catching that, Nancy.
You're welcome.
All right. So we'll go back.
I don't know if I can do as good as I did this last time. There we go.
Oh, so were we not on before?
Right. So that's okay. Sandy, you want to start with the big screen?
Hang on 1 second here. Yeah.
Love technology. There we go. Hi, and welcome everybody to LBR Shares Success. This is our program that we do, and we have guests, our own customers, that share their great knowledge of what's going on in their businesses and what's going right and what's going awesome, and sharing those little tips and tricks with the rest of the floral community. In a minute, I'll introduce our guest. If you want to see any of the past Share Success, we have them on our YouTube playlist. To get access to that, you can just go ahead and ask your salesperson. We can get you a link. There's a lot of good past episodes as well, as you'll see in this one here coming up. I'm Nancy Martinez. I'm the Director of Marketing and the Retail Customer Channel. And with me, I have my other co-host, Sandy Schreck, and she's our Education Coordinator. And I just want to welcome Lora Miller. She's from Stacy's Nursery and Floral in Wilmer, Minnesota. And welcome, Lora. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Super glad to have you. And I think just to tee it up, we like to just hear just a little bit about you. Why'd you get into this business, and where are you at?
Well, I was kind of born into this business. I was both my parents worked here. My uncle is actually the one who started the business.
Stacy
is my uncle. Yep,
Okay.
he is near retirement or is retired. He comes and gives us his inspiration and wisdom still. There is a picture of him back in the day, back in 1983. That is him. My cousin Angela, who is, we kind of run this store together, and then Corey, who's our landscape foreman. So we really have kind of 4 businesses. We have the landscaping, irrigation, the garden center, and then the floral was what we started about 9 years ago.
Love the picture. And Angela, or Angie, she's the one that I've seen you with your Facebook Lives.
Yep.
on your video. So the two of you really can bounce ideas off or share so well together. I love that
Yeah.
you do that.
And we have a lot of other great staff members too. It's not just us two running the show. It's really everybody else is running the show, and we're just here. But we have Susan, our floral designer, who's amazing, amazingly talented. That's kind of why we started our floral shop, was because we had hired her and we saw a need for floral in our town. And then we just have a lot of other great ladies here on staff too that help us. But me and Ange just always like to jump on the videos all the time.
Yeah, that's fun. It's fun for people to see what you do. So it's good that you do that. I'm going to tee it up to Sandy now. Sandy, welcome. And why don't you go ahead and take it from here?
Hey everyone, welcome to LBR Shares Success. And this program has really started to kind of really start that peer-to-peer discussion about what's happening out there and things that our customers are doing to successfully generate sales. So we do have a chat box too. So I did put that link for the YouTube channel in the chat box, but if you can open that up and just tell us where you're from. But Lora, some of the things that you're balancing is kind of that work-life balance, thinking about having young kids and just being inspired by the business. So why don't you talk about that a little bit?
Well, I'd love to know how everyone else does it, because some days, if anyone has any advice for me, I would take that.
There you go.
How to work 80 hours a week on 5 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
But no,
There's weeks like that though, right? I mean,
oh, absolutely, yeah.
it's
This
the
time of year.
business.
But the thing is there's going to be an end to it. I mean, you don't want it to end, because we kind of thrive in this madness.
Yeah.
But after the holidays, it's gonna take a halt. And you're great. I mean, I'm grateful that it's this busy. It's just trying to find that balance and make sure you're still present in your children's life and present at work. And that's one thing that I'm still trying to figure out. Angela has 2 girls that are older than mine, so we've got 4 girls between us two. And her kid, like this time of year, her 2 girls kind of just raised my 2 girls, and then we just work.
There you go.
So,
Those will be special relationships to always love, though.
oh, for sure, yeah.
Growing up in the business too.
Mm-hmm.
So as we know right now is prime winter green season. And so rather than calling them Christmas greens or holiday greens, we want to kind of transition to that we're calling them winter greens. And we have about 4 different approaches that you're doing on selling those. So why don't we delve into that and just kind of talk that through?
Yeah. So of course we sell, and we've always done this, just sell, the bundles of treetops, the bundles of cedar, the bundles of variegated boxwood, like all that stuff, magnolia. We've always done that. This year we decided to put together a little DIY kit. So we did a lot of that early on, kind of April-ish, trying to get creative on sales. When COVID started, I kind of thought, I kind of probably copied another florist, not copied, I don't know if that's the right word.
Inspired by.
Yeah, inspired by, absolutely. I follow a lot of other garden centers, probably a lot of, hopefully, people that are watching. And you put them on, you put that little DIY and people think it's like some magnificent thing, and it is. It just really kind of takes the thinking out for people, was kind of my idea.
Yeah. I love what you're doing here, Lora, because not only did you show the contents of the kit laid out in bulk, but then you just got down there and you just started showing people how easy it would be if they bought the kit at home.
Mm-hmm.
And a picture's worth 1,000 words, but this video is priceless, right?
I think so, yeah. Don't tell the guy we pay the bill to take those videos that.
Yeah, oh yeah, right?
No,
totally worth it though. I mean, someone else did it, the video.
Yep.
It looks professional, and I think, did it pay off?
I think, yeah. He was actually just asking us last night, how many we sold, and I guess I haven't exactly like added it up. But it's hard, and it's hard to really, I mean, obviously I can see how many we sold like online on our website, but I think it's just like people have asked about it. They've come in and asked about it. They, so I don't think it necessarily matters of like how many we actually sell. More or less people have asked about it, and so people saw it.
Sure, and it got them to your store.
Yep. And he said Tyler, that he's 1017 Media is our marketing group. He said he looked at, like, I don't know if it's called the analytics or whatever, and he said there was about 450 clicks on that link.
Ah, sweet.
Yeah, so everybody could see just on their Facebook page, they had a link right there, and it goes exactly right to their page, right to the place where you can buy it.
Yes.
So there you can see the ingredients. So it's one click right to the page where they can buy it. They offer it in 2 sizes. But you just, one of the things you told me yesterday is, Stacy, is DIY makes people feel like they're saving money and that they can do it themselves. But that's not the only way that you sell these things. So you sell them in bulk.
Mm-hmm.
And what are the other approaches that you have for selling this stuff?
So we also sell them, we complete the pots for people. Like, I had intentions of being in the greenhouse and showing all like the completed ones we have done, but we have them, they're all unique. We've got girls out there kind of just being creative and putting every little different ingredient in there. So, like that, yeah. I mean,
beautiful.
Yeah, that one sells a lot. And people also, I don't know, I feel like everyone you put birch in sells. Is birch ever gonna go away?
Let's hope not.
That's what Renata keeps asking, are we still going to sell that much birch this year? And I'm like, birch is not going away, especially in the Midwest.
Not in Minnesota, right?
Yeah. I had a friend redoing a shop in Florida trying to find birch poles and calling, and so they're even pushing it in Florida where it's not indigenous, but so yeah, so you have the pots that are pre-done. There's always those customers that just want it ready to go. They don't want to buy the fixer-upper house. They want the house that's ready to go. And they're willing to pay for it. And so you can see here just that fabulous color combination that they have. So we have the DIY kit. We have the separate ones. And then you also have spruce top potting parties. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we started doing this probably, I don't know, 5 years ago or so. They kind of started becoming popular. And so people come in, we have it all set up for them. Like we have a little like station set up for them. And they basically just make the pot here and leave the mess here. That's kind of our thing. It kind of gives a night out, girls' night out, something for, it tends to be more women. Every once in a while you have a couple in here or something, but it's more, just more about the experience versus, just coming and buying one and then going home. It's like,
it's always more fun to do stuff with your girlfriends, right? And then they have your expertise on helping them where to place for placement or what they could add to it.
I hear a lot at the end of the night. They'll be like, for example, there'll be a group of 6 women, and they'll be like, the one will be like, I'm not creative, I can't do this. And then we kind of coach her through, and at the end, she's like, oh my gosh, that was really easy. And I'm like,
so
really
awesome.
proud of myself. I can look at that when they go home and be like, I made that.
Yeah. And I love how you have like the base price, but then you have like the embellishments, the extra stuff so you can upsell during it, and people can really add their own personality on what they choose to add to the kit, right? Yeah.
So we used to have 3 different options, 3 or 4, and people could come like choose like their theme that they like the ghosty one or the more rustic. But we found that like the birch and the buffalo plaid are what everyone chose, so that's what we just set up. And then if people want to trade or they want, I mean, I would say probably 9 times out of 10, they end up buying some magnolia to add into it or buying something to add into it. So rarely do people go home with just like their $50 pot. A lot of times, they're up $60, $70.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's really your opportunity once you got them in the door to do that upselling. And you said that you still show a variety of samples, but the classes look a little different with COVID. But you told me yesterday that it's kind of the way that you really thought that was kind of the right way to do it. And so now you are doing that. So tell us how you set up for them and stuff.
So we're super lucky. We have a huge greenhouse space that is pretty much empty right now. So we have these big long tables, and I don't even know where they came from. And we just put each individual person there. We used to end up having like 30 to 40 people here at once. But then with COVID, we decided to do 10 people at a time at different time slots. So we start like 3:30, and you tend to get me like the older crowd that don't work or retired, or and I don't want to offend anyone. And then the 5 o'clock you get a wave of people, and then the 6:30 you get another wave of people. So it's a nice wave, and then I feel like we can give people more attention. Like we're able to help people better, and that's just how we've always kind of wanted it to be, but we just never had I don't know if we just weren't organized enough, or we just like didn't enforce it good enough to have to be like, you signed up for 3:30, you have to come at 3:30. We were just always like, oh, come whenever, it starts at 5, and then everyone would come at 5.
Yeah.
So really, I think in a lot of cases, COVID has made us really have more processes that probably in the long run benefit your customer and yourself, right?
I think there are some good things that have come out of COVID. Like our register, we had to split it in half. And like, I'm like, why did we not do this years ago? Like, to spread things out. We added a couple more registers in the greenhouse. Like, why didn't we do this years ago? It just really is like kind of eye-opening.
Yeah, that's good.
And it's always, moving forward. So, that's the whole thing about it. Like, don't think about things like just selling one thing, but taking something like this, selling it 4 ways, embracing whatever way people want to buy it. What you said the other day is like, a sale is a sale. If you want to do DIY, one of the other aspects was like some of the people that last year came and did the class, you heard that, one group, because they kind of knew how to do it, they came and bought all the stuff, and then they did it in their garage. So you don't have to worry. They're still going to come to you for the components. And it's just a matter of once they come in the door that you use that opportunity to upsell them and expose your business.
Yeah, I think we're nervous. Like, has everybody came to our parties already? We're not going to get anybody new to our parties, but it really hasn't been a problem yet. I mean, they're still filling up, and people are coming. And you still get some repeat people that, like I said, want that experience, like the greenhouse. We have like lights hanging, and it's just kind of we try to make it a pleasurable place to be in there.
Yeah, it's like a fun night out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Am I in the middle of that screen? I'm not, am I?
Not exactly. We can see it though, Sandy. This is their header. This is your cover video on your Facebook page.
Yep.
Yeah. And what a difference from just having a still photo to actually a video of your enterprise. This place looks huge.
Actually, it's changed since that video. We actually added a little nook out into the parking lot this spring, or it was like July and August. Stacy and all his retired friends were here building another little greenhouse for us. So we expanded a little bit, which we're super excited to use this Christmas time because so we hang our Christmas trees like it's like in a forest in our greenhouse. So we're always fighting with the guys for space because the guys sell the trees. And so we're excited to have our own little space this year, especially, having extra space is always useful right now.
Yeah, I thought that having that drone video as your header was really kind of a genius, really shows the scope of your business.
Mm-hmm.
But when I asked you about it, you said that you have a marketing guy. And let's just talk about that investment that you made and kind of why you did that.
Yeah, so he was just kind of starting out. We knew of had a couple of other local people that were using him. He really wanted, he really wanted us as a client because he was like interested in like the beauty of like a garden center. He just thought that'd be really cool. So I had to really talk Angela into it, just because I don't think she understood like the how impactful like Facebook and social media were.
Yeah.
So I finally got her to meet with him. I think this was like maybe 3 years ago, and he's come a long way since then. Like he's gotten like way better cameras. I mean, if you look at our like past videos, like way back when versus now, you can tell that he's really gotten better too. So we've kind of like grown together, but it is a big investment. And the one thing is we pay monthly. So some months it's like, what are we paying for? Because we haven't even done anything. And other months, like he really has to make up for the past month. So like right now he's working with us like a lot.
Yeah. And like Sandy said, what a difference. And if it's not your strength, then there's got to be a point where you just make a decision and say, well, let's get someone who embraces it and wants to do it. And your time is better spent other places.
We should be out selling and making things versus working on social media. First of all, we're both terrible at it. Like we're not. I can post a picture here and there, but as far as like just making things look good, and a lot of people, we've had a ton of people comment on it. I would say our first video that got like super a lot of attention was we were at market in like Atlanta, maybe. You guys ever seen that? Did you guys see that video?
I didn't.
No. Well, grab some popcorn tonight and I shouldn't even tell people about it because it's a little embarrassing now, but I think it was before I had kids, I think, and maybe it wasn't, I don't remember, but it was, everyone talked about it, and we're like, oh, maybe this whole thing, it was like the first video that Tyler really did for us.
And because was it a little bit of the behind the scenes that your customers don't get to experience themselves, and you brought them into like how you shopped for things and
yeah, exactly.
And really and I can see your personality shine in your videos too. And I think anytime you can get in any way your customers to learn more about who you are and why you do what you love, or give them that little taste of, well, if you watch this, you can see something maybe you wouldn't know about us or how we operate or the operations of the business. People kind of dig that stuff. So
yeah,
that's
I think
good.
people like you being just natural in yourself and normal. They just kind of can connect with you. Like I watch Allie from the shed. I watch her live videos all the time. Like laying in bed and just like wonder what they're doing. Oh, they're setting up for Christmas too, just like us.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that's what's so great about the floral community is just sharing and watching and learning from everybody else. She's very entertaining and she's just herself as well. And people gravitate to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have another video. We're going live tonight, me and Angela.
Got that.
Because we are, Angela, there's her gnomes. She is famous for her gnomes. We call her
them?
No, we buy them.
Oh.
She buys a lot of them. Like when we're at market and she's buying this, I have to go to another room because I like hyperventilate and how much she spends. But yeah, she earned the name Gnome Ho, and so
What
maybe
is it?
Gnome Ho,
Gnome home.
like slightly inappropriate, but
Yeah,
kind of
gotcha.
that's how we are. We kind of always are on the line of being appropriate or not. But
Yeah.
yes, we're trying to for those people that are maybe like in quarantine or not comfortable coming in, we're gonna go live and kind of do a tour of our store this
Perfect.
evening, and then maybe get some sales out of it. We're gonna add like 20 items to our store, like decor items, and just see if they go. We have no idea.
Adding them how, Laura?
Like they're gonna go on to like our Flora Next website. Even like I think they're probably being added right now.
Okay, gotcha.
So like on our shop
So it'd
at
be
nursery.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
here,
So
on our regular website under the gifts.
well, I'm hoping it's gonna be under Christmas decor and more. But do you think I should put it under the gifts? I don't know.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, no,
I
no,
missed
you're right.
that. I missed that.
Oh, she's adding them right now.
Oh, I can shop while we
Yeah.
work here for sure.
That's what I was thinking. Like we're just trying it out. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't,
I bet
Well,
you'd be
can
surprised.
somebody, have somebody monitor the comments, because
Mhm.
like Allie on her live sales and Kelsey, the one, they've been selling them in the comments too. So
Yeah.
if you have somebody monitor and you're like, hey, you like this gnome, this is my favorite, it's like comment in the comments and send us your, private message and we'll connect with you so that you can get them.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited to see how it goes.
Yeah, that takes some extra bodies, but
Mhm.
does work out really well too.
To have someone monitoring the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And kind of talk to the comments. And we have quite a few people that are selling through the comments when they're doing their lives too. So a lot of plant sales have kind of been going that way. But one of the challenges you mentioned, and we kind of want to get feedback, and if there's any attendees on, the challenge out there really is like, how do you reach new customers? And we know that there's a lot of younger people on Instagram, so you do a little bit of Instagram, but really that challenge of how you reach those new customers. So just talk to that a little bit.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of what made us go to the social media, but I think all ages are on social media. So, we do definitely get more comments and stuff on our Instagram from younger generation. We haven't really done any we didn't do any radio this year yet. I don't know if we will for Christmas. We have some really cute Christmas ads, but I don't know we don't know how we get. I mean, we're trying, I guess, and it's just hard to navigate or to know where.
Yeah.
I think the more you put yourself out there, the more people will see you, the more you post. And I'll put Sandy in a spot. If you go back to the Facebook page, I was watching you and.
I'm going to talk about the Instagram post here.
Oh, go ahead.
To get a little bit more of the interactive and the comments. So one of the things, Instagram, that age group right now is really concerned with sustainability. So you can see not only they put a description in here, but also told people about a little bit of information that spruce tops are actually a regenerative crop that's harvested from the bogs. And so that's something that age group is interested in. And so it can be something that makes them stop a little bit and look into that post. But just adding those different pieces. And so you have to live your gallery and showing the variety of products. And so you're doing that. And
I actually have been watching or reading the tips on how to get more Instagram followers that you guys are putting out right now.
Oh yeah, Sarah's been doing that. Good.
Yeah.
Good. And for
I find myself hard trying sitting and doing all the hashtags and stuff. It's just that's why why sometimes I have Tyler do it or
yeah.
I don't have time to sit and think of 30 hashtags.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those who like social media love to research and click on them and figure out what people are using and just use them.
Mhm.
That's why we have Sarah.
Yeah.
And she does an awesome job. And yeah, for those of you who don't know, if you haven't been on the community page, she's giving some tips and tricks on Instagram this week. So yeah, good call
Yeah.
out.
I found that helpful. So
Good.
Yeah.
thanks.
Glad.
Well, Laura, thanks for all your insight.
Yeah,
We really
hopefully it
appreciate
inspired someone. I know I've been inspired by these videos.
Yeah.
I watch them a lot when I have time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And Sandy, I'm sorry, can you flip to the Facebook page
Yeah.
once really quick? I just wanted to, I was perusing it earlier today, and just you and Angie, Angela, doing the planter outside your
Yeah.
building.
Yeah.
And it's things like that that people just, I mean, you had to do this anyway, right? So why not film it? And again, it's a little peek into what you have to do, or what as a business owner
Mhm.
to sustain and make your business grow and beautify it. And you guys just showing, and you guys collaborated and feed off each other so well, and it was very entertaining. It was a 10-minute video, but like I said, you had to do it anyway.
Mhm.
Why not share it? So
Right.
yeah.
We have Tyler always tells us you need to teach people. People want to learn things on your videos. And
Yeah.
we find that hard sometimes because we're always like, well, we want to sell stuff. Like, what can we sell? And he's like, you teach them and then they'll come to get this stuff. So we have a hard time doing that, or we try to do more. We're trying to do more educational, kind of trying to. I love the Lora from Garden Answer. I love watching her videos.
Yeah.
So sometimes I like get inspired by her.
I think that's a good point. It's when you engage and teach and give people something, a nugget or something that's of value, they're
Mhm.
going to come back and watch you more and more. And every once in a while, you can throw in a sales thing. But
Mhm.
if you continue to just offer up and educate,
Mhm.
you're giving them reasons to come back, and you're not always telling them to buy this or buy that.
Yeah.
So it's a good approach.
Mhm.
Smart. Okay.
And it's a little bit of the soft sell. So, you're showing like that you have birch poles and like this here. I mean, that's a little difficult to put in, and some people are gonna embrace it, and some people are gonna be like, they could do that for me. I'd love
Yeah.
to see a completed pot that's beautiful
Yeah.
in my front yard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the beauty of America. You have all kinds of people. So
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a good point.
I'm the type of person that wants to buy the completed one. I just don't have time to mess around with doing my own.
Me too.
But I don't have. I will probably not have a spruce top pot at my house because we'll sell them all. I'll end up cutting those ones out of that pot on about December 22nd when I run out.
The things you do for your customers, right?
I'm not turning down a spruce top pot. If someone needs one for Christmas, they're gonna get one.
That's awesome. That is great. We appreciate you coming. Our thank you gift is we're going to send you a little box of surprises of some fun florals for you, or for your, I forget her name, your
Susan.
head Susan, to play
Yeah.
with.
Oh,
So Sandy will hand select what you get, and then yeah, if you want to share what you do with them, that's always fun. Fun to see.
Will that come tomorrow on our truck?
Not tomorrow. I didn't do the order yet. So
That's okay. We'll just not research it because sometimes we never know kind of where stuff gets placed because our store is so crazy.
okay.
Right? So,
All right, I'll let you know. Yeah.
Emily's our sales rep.
Sunday or Monday because we get those fresh trucks in over the weekend.
Cool.
So that we have a little bit more selection with some fun stuff. So
nice. Well, I would like to give a shout out to my sales rep, Emily, who puts up with me.
We love Emily.
I know,
Yeah.
she puts up with me calling her, 5 minutes after cutoff, and then I have to call Dawn, and Dawn always saves me. So yeah, no, it all works out. I really appreciate you guys. So
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks. We
Yeah.
Yeah,
appreciate you.
it's a great partnership.
I
And
can't
so,
wait till I can come back and do some more classes and learn some more stuff.
yeah, well, we do have something I'm working on right now. We're going to have a live interactive design class December 2nd. So that's
Virtual.
coming up. So our next webinar actually would fall Thanksgiving week. So that one's going to be canceled. And then the December 2nd is going to be the live interactive class. And then
Virtual, Sandy.
LBR Shares
Virtual.
Success will be on the 9th of December, featuring, oh my gosh, I can't remember right now.
That's okay.
All right.
That's all right.
So thank you so much. And
Thanks,
from
Laura.
Stacy's, Laura, Angie, all of your team there, and we really appreciate your business. And make sure if you're sending stuff out to Wilmer, send it her way, and they'll take great care of you. It looks like a fabulous business, and I'm looking forward to getting up there this summer.
Awesome.
Thanks. And thanks, Mark. Mark did a little shout out to Emily as well. Mark Halverson from Brainerd Floral. She's a wonderful lady. Wow.
Yep,
Thanks.
she saved my butt more times than I can count.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Okay.
Remember, it's Veterans Day. Thank any past people or current who have served the country. Thank them for their service. Yeah.
All right.
Shout out to
Thank
that.
you.
Okay. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.